Okay, there are pros and cons to every situation, and there is several sides to every coin. I mean, we always talk about the two, but there's three. Um, when it comes to the race talk as far as relationships and interracial relationships, I'm all for them naturally because I am a product of one. But that's there are a lot of negatives to it. There are a lot of buts. There are a lot of ifs, ands, buts. Um, when it comes down to it, from leaving my perspective out of it and just speaking on my my actual study of it, I am not for it. I'm not for interracial relationships, or I'm cool with the relationships, just not the kids. I love, well, I used to love seeing mixed kids because it wasn't something that was as normal or as, you know, appropriate, I guess. Something that I didn't see on a regular basis. But now it's annoying just knowing what I know historically and factually and statistically. Because, not because of the children, not because of the people involved in the relationships, but because of everybody, what it stands for, what it reminds me of, and what I know they will be going through as a result of it. Now, if you love people, it's all good and fine and dandy, but the fact that you're adding children to the mix and the possibility of separation is a lot higher than the possibility than you staying together, and the fact that you don't know how to fix your child's hair or tell your child how to deal with something that you've never dealt with before, it is something that is going to cause a lot more problems than it is going to cause love, like the cause of the child. And as far as white women and black men are concerned, or black women and white men, there's always going to be a white person out there who can love your black man or woman as good as you or do more for them as you. And on the same note, there's always going to be those people who can do more and say more and be more to them, who will never, ever, ever understand the life that that man or woman goes through and lives on a regular basis, or what their parent, their mother or father went through, other than a black man or woman. Um, Pros and cons. You have to have the opposing views, and that's just the bottom line. When you're a pro at something, you can't become a con, but the fact of the matter is you're probably going to be a con for everything. You're just not going to be treated as one. And the fact that black people are all, the majority of us are put in such a shitty situation with our history and our financial situation here, what we were born in, there's always going to be white people who can go out there and get our man or woman and do more for them. It's natural. But there's not too many white men and women who will ever, ever, ever understand what it's like to be poor, let alone put in the same situation as black people, to live around black people and be treated as the white outcast. So, yeah, interracial marriages, there are people out there who love and respect and honor another race person as theirs, and there are a lot less of them who will feel the same way towards those people in general, or their people, the other person's people. There are people out there who hate their own, despise their own, and can't stand anything about their own, which is natural whenever there's the majority who feel that same way and have made that group feel that way about themselves. And that's something that a white person will never understand, no matter how much they love, respect, honor a non-white person. And that's the fact of the matter. And there's nothing that can change that or do anything to change that, unless all of us non-white people decide tomorrow to wake up and make slaves out of you and tell you to hate your white, pasty, see-through, veiny skin. And I don't see that happening. I just assume I'm going to wake up and be me. But I don't know. I feel the same way about light skin, dark skin. We all naturally go towards the opposite because of our upbringing, our history, and things like that. Some of us decide to pretend had nothing to do with our decision, but it is what it is. And as much as I love my black man, my dark black man, and as much as he loves and respects me, and he does, he opens the doors for me, he buys me flowers on a regular basis, he tells me he loves me, he shows me he loves me, all that. It's not going to change the fact that a darker skinned woman could understand him and feel him and know him and respect him and love him a little bit more than me. Because she will understand. She will know. She will live. She will see. Doesn't mean that we're not good for each other or that we're not going to have a good future together. It just doesn't change the fact that had it not been for certain circumstances and situations, someone is better for the job than I am. And I'm okay with saying that. And I'm okay with working hard at not letting him see that. Or making some more space in my backyard if he decides to leave.